the game is great. If you love Hollow Knight, this game is surely worth playing. And if you've never played Hollow Knight before, it's even better, right? If you want, you don't have to play Hollow Knight before you play Silksong, right? Silksong is the best played as a noob. It's the most fun played as a noob, but if you want to play the original first, it's also great, right? Silksong and Hollow Knight are both great for the same reasons. Silksong really is just a sequel, but it's a great sequel, okay? Anyway, let me explain. First, I'll show you a bit of the menu. I always like showing people the menu because it's nice knowing. So this is extras, just credits. Maybe it will give some DLC, right, in the extras. Achievements, just a list of a bunch of achievements. What the options does is it gives you language, camera, or this is just some stuff. It's not really important, just keep it as defaults. Right, audio, typical stuff. Also, horn does talk, which can get annoying. You can keep this on or off. I didn't find it annoying yet. So this is just normal stuff. Just turn off VSync, right? You can remap all of your controller controls. I'm not sure about keyboard, but you can't remap your movement. Okay, so the movement stays default. You can't do fun movement stuff. Alright, yeah, keyboard. You can remap everything on keyboard. Because, of course, right? The style of the menu is pretty much the same. Next I'll show you the movement, right? Or, I guess the main gameplay mechanics. This is the part that the Silksong changed the most, right? At first, the movement seems very familiar, right? I think Hornet's hitbox might be a little bit bigger. You can look up and down. You can just move left and right, jump. That's pretty much it, right? Just like Hollow Knight. Her hitbox might be a bit bigger, but it could also be my eyes just fooling me. Right, you can slash stuff. It's pretty much just like a nail or needle. It's just like a nail. You can slash up. However, this is the first change. You can't pogo. Right, if I try to slash down at this, she does this. This is a little diagonal dash. Now it works as a pogo, but it also gives you a short little dash. It's like a weird pogo. The hitbox of the needle itself on this attack seems to be below the character, not on the side. Or if you dash into something on the side, you get hit. You have to be a little bit above it. If you can't do it from the side. Or you can, but you need to be above it, right? It's a bit different. Then you have your okay, you can sprint, right? This is an ability you unlock. Right? I played the game until I beat Lace, right? I played the game until I beat Lace for the first time, and this pretty much corresponds to just the tutorial areas, right? The areas you saw in the trailer. So I haven't gotten far, but it is day one, right? It's day one review. So you just sprint. It makes you go really fast. You can use the dash in the air. You can jump really high. If you see, you can jump really high. You can slash out of it and then cancel the poke into a normal attack to do double damage, right? Like that. It's fun. It's fast. It's fun. Right? The movement is just as simple as the original. It just, because the moveset is a bit different, it adds a lot of fluidity to the movement, even though it's just as simplistic as the original. I think it's great. It's fun. It's different. It's really good. Another big change. A big change about this game in particular is the way health works. Now, for the most part, it's just the same, right? Let me find some enemies. Right, this is the tutorial area, by the way. I'm not showing too much because I don't want to spoil you. But you get silk when you hit stuff, just like Soul worked in the original. And you see the little bar that fills up. Right, you see that I'm moving very fast. It's fun, right? If I get hit, I just take damage like normal. And now, when your bar is full, you see the circle at the top left. Now what happens is you can tap your heal button, which you can do mid-air, by the way. And it stalls you for a little bit, about as long as the original Hollow Knight heal did, right? But it heals for 3 masks instantly, and you can do it mid-air, so you've got a lot more opportunities to hit. However, you have to be at full soul to do it, right? Full silk. Right, you see the pogo just works like that, right? See from the side it doesn't work, but if it's down, then it works. So it's kind of like normal. It's kind of like normal, right? Right, so the game in general plays more aggressive because you don't get to heal as much, but you need to take your heal you need to take all of the value out of your heal because you only get to use that much. And as well, if you take damage while you heal, you lose your heal, all of your silk, and you take a mask of damage. So let's say I want to get the maximum value out of my heal. I'm at I lost 3 masks and I'm at 2, right? And I want to heal, and then I get hit during heal. What happens is I lose another mask, so I'm at 1 mask, I'm 1 hit now, and I don't have any silk because I lost all of it, right? So it's very punishing to get hit while healing. So although you have a better heal that's way stronger, you can only use it that as much. So if you do use it, you want to get all the value out of it, and you really get punished for panic healing, right? So the game is harder. It's just a bit harder. You'll notice a lot of enemies early on already deal double damage to kind of compensate with the heal. And the bosses seem to be a bit squishy. They don't need too many hits to kill. So the game in general is a bit faster paced and a bit... it's just a bit more volatile, right? But again, it's a good change, I think. It's fun. Another thing that they really changed a lot about the gameplay is this, right? These are the tools. They pretty much replace the charms, right? So you've got this middle one, the white one, is your spell, pretty much. So if I use it, she throws the needle, it does a lot of damage and does knockback, yeah? That's the spell. And it uses the silk, so you have infinite use, but only when you have silk, right? Then this one at the top is a tool. What the tool does is it's the offensive charm, right? So you've got an offensive charm, the red one, a defensive charm, the blue one, and a utility charm, that's the yellow one, right? So utility is pretty much compass, get more loot, right? This one is grub song, pretty much. The other one is when you hold up and your spell button, right? You throw the tool. You can see that my thing is depleting, right? When I throw it, it depletes, and it doesn't use any other thing, right? And it pretty much it's not that strong, right? It's slightly stronger than a nail, but it's pretty much, it's very normal. Yeah, so this is the first tool you get in the game, and it's pretty much just like a replacement for the spells, pretty much, right? Those are the main changes in the gameplay. Another one is this, right? The quests. With the quests, they're kind of, most of them are just fetch quests. But just accept the quests and they don't do anything weird, right? It gives a bit of direction and it allows you to track your completion a bit better, but they don't do too much, right? Just explore the world. Nothing changed about exploring for the most part, right? They just replace like random events and some collectibles, make it streamline it a little bit, right? Right, and when you rest at the bench, your tool uses these shards at the bottom here. When you rest at the bench, it uses the shards to replenish it, and you get a lot of these shards. You get them from just defeating enemies, right? You see that when I kill this guy, it drops the shards, pick them up. Because I'm already max, I don't get anything, but it gives you the shards, yep. So that's most of the changes in the gameplay, right? The map is literally just copy paste, right? Of course, the areas are very different, but the way the map works is pretty much the same, right? You've got benches, bellways, which replace stack stations, and they're just fast travel things, and then flea caravan. Oh, that's an NPC, and then vendors are just the shops. Yeah. Right. How the shops work is you get rosaries, which are geos, right? The rosaries, they are the geos. You know? They are the monies. And that's most of the changes, right? Now about the things that are similar, just the look, right? The way the game feels and looks, the art style is nearly identical to the game. Well, it's just, the art style is the same, right? It's the same game, same art style. It's just, it looks a bit better because they put more effort into it, right? It's a bit more detailed, but it feels the same, right? It's beautiful, of course. The music, just listen to this shit. It's beautiful, right? But the way I feel about it is there is less awe and just me being surprised about this, and more familiarity, right? For the most part, the game is just Hollow Knight. It just feels like a DLC, right? And that's what it was supposed to be, right? It's just a DLC. Also, you can grab ledges, by the way. You can grab ledges and jump out of the ledge fast. It's also fun. Yeah. There's some abilities I haven't unlocked yet, but you'll see, right? Yeah, about that, that's pretty much it, I would say. Just play the game for yourself, I don't want to spoil too much. The game looks great, it feels great, it's just more of the same, right? The similarities go down to the structure. The way the game is set up, or the progression, is nearly identical to the way the original was set up. Right, you get a fake out where you meet a familiar guy that when you pass out and you do everything. You get the tutorial area, you beat a tutorial boss. You get right, Lace, the boss at the end of the tutorial area, is pretty much just the Hornet of this game, right? And there are some skips. Most of them have been pointless up until this point. You can skip this part. It's pretty much pointless, but yeah, you can do that. You can just jump over this guy, right? The ledge grabbing is fun though. I think it replaces the walk line. But also the map design is a bit different. There's more open areas, like really open areas like this one you see. There are way more of these and less corridors, small things. It's more expansive. Yep. That's pretty much all the good parts. I'll run to the bench for you and just show you how it works. Right, now about the bad parts. Right? There's really one main issue I've had with this game, and it's not really that bad. It's the optimization or the performance. I've had one bug, which was weird. Like when I do this boss menu, at one time, this boss menu shrunk into a little black dot in the center, where every line of text was, you know, 1 pixel wide bullshit, so I couldn't read it. But then it went away after a little while. It's just weird bug, probably just a day one thing. And right, I don't really, I think the game just feels a bit, I'm very sensitive to this, but it just feels like it just isn't very well optimized, right? It's not like this game runs bad. I'm sure it runs perfectly fine on every single platform it's released on, right? But I have a NASA PC, and for some reason my NASA PC is generally blasting at around like 30 to 50%. When I'm playing, let's say CS2, like CSGO, which is a fully 3D rendered game on low settings, right? But my PC is pretty much idling outside of map generation, right? When I'm just playing the game, it's pretty much idle. Whereas in this game, which also just, why isn't it just generating the maps when I go to the thing, right? I'm not sure why it's just sprites on the screen, so I'm not sure why it's my PC is being loud, a little bit loud. It's not really loud. It's not like it's maxing out and it's burning on my PC, but it's just, it's a 2D game, right? And this game is pushing 8 gigs, right? 8 gigs for a 2D game, just sprites on the screen. There's a lot of sprites, sure, but it just seems a bit much. It seems a bit bloated to me. It's a small negative. The game runs fine just because I have a NASA PC. And I'm sure it runs fine even on a Nintendo Switch, even though it uses trash hardware. Right? Maybe this is a day one issue. Maybe it's just a Steam bug where it doesn't use my fucking GPU for some reason. Maybe it's the Linux port being trash, which is just the usual suspect, right? But I'm not sure. It just feels a bit negative. It's just a kind of an annoying little point here. But in terms of game design, the game is great. It's just more familiar than it is inspiring. Anyway. Also, this is the tutorial thing. Alright, dude. Have a nice day, man. Yeah, play the game for yourself. It's great. It's like 20 bucks on Steam. Right? 20 euros on Steam. Just buy the game. If you love Hollow Knight, just buy it. And if you have never played Hollow Knight, watch some more reviews. And if you want to spoil yourself, it's fun, right? It's a bit slower paced. It's more fun if you're being cautious about exploring, right? Then if you're... I played the original 8 years ago, and back then I played games in a way different way. Like I played Dead Cells a lot. You just look at my profile picture. And that game, getting better at that game, really makes you play fast. It makes you want to play faster and not be cautious, not explore too much. So playing this game with that in mind, it's fun still, right? This game really accommodates for it. And as people get more used to a type of game, they can become better at it, and you want to get more challenges, more harder bosses and everything. And this game is harder for sure, right, than the original. But I like that they don't focus on appealing to the wider community or the Hollow Knight community. They don't just make this game about a newer, harder Hollow Knight. It focuses not only on the combat, but also on the world building, also on the art, also on, right? Because Hollow Knight never was always just the bosses, right? Even though people focus on the bosses and the platforming challenges and whatnot. It hasn't been always about that, and I kind of like that about this game, right? It tries to do everything, and it kind of succeeds at everything. Yeah. Yeah. So the game is more fun if you're a bit cautious with exploring, because it makes exploring a bit more fun. It makes you more invested in the world. It's just if you've played Hollow Knight for the past 8 years, which I haven't done, but if you're just so good at every game you play, and you're talented and handsome and beautiful and, you know, a genius like me, and also I'm very humble, then the game is fun still, but it's just a bit too easy. It's not as unique. It's not as it's not as much of a novel experience as the original ones, right? Even though the game is objectively a bit better. Yeah, that's everything I wanted to say. Hey, see, man, if you never played this game, if you never played Hollow Knight, it's great, dude. I honestly recommend this one over the original, though. Right? Dude, can I exit my fucking recording? I want to exit my... Thank you.